Oh yes.
Alright, I scored my first gig. Let's jump into it. So what am I talking about? Well, I have just recorded my first ever, almost sort of semi-professional video. This was for a local company who sells supplements, so fitness supplements. And I was really excited to do this video as fitness is obviously something that I'm interested in. And also the owner of the shop is also a close personal friend of mine. And I sort of asked him for the opportunity to create a video. And, you know, I didn't get paid for it, but what I did was I wanted to start off my portfolio. I've been really honing in on my skills on how I edit as well as on how I present myself. So with this commercial, this was just to promote his products within his shop. So it didn't want too much emphasis on where the location is, you know, what the actual branding was. It was more just to show off the products that he sells, and then he was going to promote it on his Facebook page and his Instagram, as well as possibly any other social media platforms that he has. I just sort of wanted to run through the key things that I did with my first gig, and also I kind of wanted to discuss the nervousness that I had going into it, as well as the things that I had in place by watching other people. A couple of things that I think I did really well at, and that was establishing what the client wanted. So that is the number one thing that we kind of have to understand, because we have our own creative avenues that we may want to go down and take the project or idea that the client has. However, that may not be where the client wants to go. So what I did was I spoke to the client, and I had some examples of the types of things that I wanted to create, as well as what the client also wanted to see from me. Now, this is my first ever video, so I didn't charge for it. I wanted to just not have that pressure of, okay, he's paying me, so let's make sure that this is absolutely 100% perfect. Now, of course, I was going to make sure it was absolutely 100% perfect, but when you chuck money into it, especially when you've never really done a video like that before, it's a whole new ball game, because there's a lot more risk, especially on the client's side, where he's going, okay, well, if I don't like the video, I've just paid this guy money, or possibly we might have a disagreement and he's invested his time and possibly rented out gear for this specific shoot, and you know, I couldn't quite deliver what the client was expecting. And I didn't want to have that sort of pressure. So what I did was I just took money out of the situation. And, you know, for him, he has started a business about 6 months ago. So it was a good learning opportunity for both of us, really, because, you know, if his business grows, hopefully I will grow along with the business, and who knows, maybe he'll start sort of paying me or taking it a little bit further. So I was really excited to see where this opportunity grew. But also, if I did nail this video, it could be a good sort of string to my bow when I go and approach other companies and again try and get more work. So the things that I sort of did, like I mentioned, was I made sure that the client and I were on the same page about what we wanted to see out of the video. I also spoke a little bit about the camera gear that I was going to bring, as well as sort of the types of shots that I was going to do within the shop, and how long it was going to approximately take me to create these videos, or to create this video. So what I did was before I actually entered the shop, I actually made sure that he had all the products that he wanted out on display, because as we all know, with shops, you know, they have their deliveries and stuff like this, and obviously we want to capture the best moment, you know, the real example of the products that he sells, not just, you know, the bad time when he may have sold a lot of his products and he's still waiting on shipment to come through. You know, that would be a poor time to record his shop. So I got it at the best time possible, and I brought the gear that I thought I needed for the video shoot. Now, I will be doing a follow-up video on the gear that I brought, and I may even do another video just talking about the things that I may wanted to have brought, whether it's something that I had or want to buy, as well as things that I probably didn't need to get, or things that I had, but weren't quite up to the job when I actually used it in field. So please, if you haven't, please like the video and obviously subscribe, and let me know if that's something that you're interested in the comments below. I would like to know if that is something that you'd like to see. So when I got to the shop, I took out all my gear and I started recording, and I took loads and loads of clips. And the things that I did was, and I don't know if this is something that a lot of people do, but for example, when I took a video clip of a shelf, for example, I took 3 different types of movement to portray that same line of products, and I did that for almost everything that I did, and I'll explain why I did that. First of all, when I say I took sort of 3 different types, what that means is I took a standing shot, okay, I did a panning shot, and then I also used the slider and I did a sliding shot. Okay, and then a couple of the others, I also did some sort of quick pans and sort of move the camera in a dynamic way to sort of show the product. A lot of it was sort of slider and tripod based. I did a few handheld shots, but not that many. Again, that may have hindered my creativity throughout the filming process. So it's probably something that I'm going to see and do a lot more, and just see if maybe doing more handheld shots is probably the way to go. The reason why I did those 3 or 4 different types of movements on the same almost shot was because I wasn't quite sure what sort of track I was actually going to play on the Instagram story or video clip, and in total I probably would say I took about maybe 2 hours to film, and that was mainly because I didn't really know what I was doing. So I mean, I probably could have shot everything within an hour if I had actually known what I was doing, or maybe like an hour and a half or something like that, and that created, I think within about an hour and a half of filming, it took about maybe 30-second video clip. So once I sort of filmed and did everything like that, I obviously said to the client, you know, I will get the video out tonight, which is obviously what I did at that time. And just let you know, I will also just put the video clip that I did for the client at the end of this video. So if you are interested, obviously stick around. I will put it at the end of this video. And when I got home, I sort of realized that, okay, I actually needed to put this together. So I started editing once I found the right music, because I always start with the music and then edit the clips to it afterwards. And I started editing it, and I made it about a minute long, and I really wasn't quite happy with it. I felt like I'd used a lot of shots because I got so many clips. I used a lot of shots, and I thought, but I felt like I was just filling out time. It didn't quite feel like it was like an Instagram story or something that you would see on social media. It almost felt like a YouTube video, like it was quite a long, almost promotional video. So I wasn't quite happy with it. So I sort of scratched it all over again, used the same music because I really like that sort of tune. I felt like it sort of really hit the spot for both me and my client of what we wanted to see, and sort of how we wanted our clients to feel, because it was all about fitness and you know, motivation. We kind of wanted to get that kind of angry, you know, sort of feel motivation type thing in the video. So, you know, I felt that clip did quite well, but I felt like it needed to be a bit shorter, also the movements to be a little bit, you know, snappier. And I started again, and I sort of really made sure that it was just a lot more fast pace, kind of like fitness, you know, like sort of just really getting energetic about it. And once I sort of started to think about that sort of feeling and sort of get that music in me, I ended up sort of creating and filming and getting all the clips together, and I was really excited. Probably can tell now, I should probably calm down. I thought the 35-second clip that I did afterwards, it was really good. Now, I'm not going to say it was perfect, because again, this was my first ever shot, so please don't slate me. Like, this is my first ever like commercial video that I did, so yeah, but I was really proud of it, and hopefully over time you guys will see that my work will get better. So I sort of just wanted to do this quick video, just sort of talk about that, and also sort of explain the next 2 videos of what I'll be doing. So like I said, talking about the gear that I brought, as well as things that I would have improved and would have liked to have seen next time out of my gear, and the limitations of the gear that I had brought. So if you kind of like this video, please leave a like. If you've made it this far, then awesome, you're about to watch my first ever commercial video, so that's pretty cool. And you know, if you want to see more of this, obviously subscribe. But until then, I will see you in the next video. See ya.